the unemployment rate when Hitler took over Germany was 21%. When the United States had the Great Depression, high levels of unemployment and hopelessness, their unemployment rate was 29%. We are at 40s.
Yep.
So if you extrapolate what that means, it means we have been in crisis territory
Since 2008.
for a long time.
Yes.
For a long time.
2009. That's when we were dealing with, when the unemployment level started shooting up.
And I think one of the problems is you hear people say, like, just start a business, but start a business doing what? Because even a business needs to exist in an economy that has demand.
Yes.
And if your economy isn't growing, there isn't sufficient demand for me to supply anything. And so first you've got a labor market that is competitive, and not just competitive, not growing, and not just competitive and not growing, but I'm also competing with people where the basis of competition is not the same because, they may or may not be legally competing for this job. But in addition to this, you tell me to start a business, you make funding me very, very difficult. And to start a business doing what?
You make registering a company very difficult.
Yeah.
You realize the administrative stuff.
Just that stuff.
Yeah.
I think we have a long way to go on this. I wish I had an answer for you, but as I've gotten older, I've come to be very comfortable with saying I don't know when I don't know.
And this is, and at least one thing we're able to agree on is the ticking time bomb.
I think that in addition to that, it's also what concerns me as you framed it is that it's not just the ticking time bomb, but it affects a very narrow group of our society and our population. And if you follow that trend, it means that you're creating multi-generational systemic issues. Right. So you're going to create a generation of young men who lack an identity, a generation of young women who can't relate with the world. It's a mess. You are creating a mess for yourself.
It's the cycle of poverty, some call it.
And sadly, Wena David, it's also that then as South Africans, what we do is we deal with symptoms of these things. So you deal with drug abuse or alcoholism or I don't like the phrase, but gender-based violence. And you start dealing with each of these, which tend to be symptomatic of what the actual core issue is.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.